Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thanks again for coming back this week to learn more about multifamily investing. This week, we're going to be talking about how and steps to use in multifamily to make millions. So you can use one multifamily property and make $1 million, or you can use 10 multifamily properties and make $1 million. There's different ways to do it. Again, folks, remember, getting a duplex is also a form of a multifamily. Some people do house hacking. I'm trying to teach you how to use this strategies to purchase more than just one multifamily property. So let's talk about this process and let's go ahead and learn together. There's something called the BRRRR Method. It's called BRRRR. And again, I'm going to teach you the steps. I'm going to show you how to use the steps in multifamily to make $1 million. So what's step number one? The step number one is find an apartment deal using online or offline resources. I have resources that can help you find apartments that are direct to seller, no brokers involved. You can leverage that resource, or you can use your own resource, or you can go online like LoopNet, 100units.com, a few other sources that have the ability to tell you or show you multifamilies that are available for sale. The next step you want to do is to review the financials and create an offer. So guys, when you look through the financials of the multifamily, it tells you what the offer is going to look like. I can't go into detail on what to offer or what an offer price is. That's something that I provide in my course, or I provide in my mentorship program, how to make a proper offer on a multifamily property that the broker will not consider or the seller will not consider as a lowball offer, but also an offer that can be strong enough to give you a lot of leverage. The next step is to send your LOI and your proof of funds to the broker. Folks, the LOI stands for a letter of intent. From a buyer's perspective, you have to have a letter of intent, and the lender is also going to provide you a proof of funds letter, or what's also called a letter of intent from the lender to give you the money to purchase the multifamily property. So you can do it one of two ways. You can either send, cannot provide the LOI to the bar or seller, and also use that LOI from the lender to provide to the broker as proof of funds. So you have to first have an LOI, which is also known as the letter of intent, provided to the seller before you can even have the next step. The next step is to have an executed purchase contract. So now, again, when you're buying a regular home, you like the home, you walk the property, you see it, you put a contract on the house. In the case of a multifamily, you have to first send an LOI. The LOI outlines out the terms of your offer, what you're willing to give, what you're willing to use as a purchase. And that also provide a proof of funds to the broker, so the broker understands, hey, this person that is offering this amount or this terms has the money or the back end to be able to back what their offer is. And after those terms and those offers are accepted, at that point is where you move to an executed purchase contract. And that the purchase contract says, the seller says, I feel comfortable with your offer, I'm going to sign it. And you as the buyer say, I like what the seller's agreeing to, and I'm going to also sign it. The next step is to complete your inspection. So now, folks, you see how this is the reverse, because when you are actually purchasing a home, you have to, first of all, make sure you at least inspect the property. It could be a visual inspection, or it could be walking the property with your agent before you get an executed purchase contract, because you might see things that you need to have repaired or fixed that you can put in the contract. In the case of the multifamily, that is not how it works. You have to be able to first send an LOI, you get into a executed purchase contract, and at that point, you complete your inspection. Now, when you do your inspection, this is how you have the ability to negotiate the contract process. It's always good to have a very good agent on your side that can help you. I have folks that I can present to you. I am also an agent, but I don't really do the agent stuff. I can help from the consultant side. I can help give you information or advice as to how to navigate those waters, especially in the executed purchase contract phase. That's a very sticky phase. A lot of people lose a lot of money in this phase. I personally have lost a lot of money in this phase, so I don't want that to be you. So you can use this process, you can leverage people like myself, use the information we provide, and use that as you complete your inspection, because you can leverage that information to help you get the terms that work best for you. And then the last part is close the deal, fund the deal, and then you do what's called the BRRRR method, which is the buying of the property, which is what you did, right? The last 5 steps we talked about. Renovation, if there's any renovations needed, if you're purchasing a stabilized property, those are usually very good. Make sure you can rent, have the property up to 100% occupancy or as close to it as you can, right? Refinance out of whatever debt that you used to get the property. Because remember, when you're making so many different parts to be able to get to the actual money needed to buy the property. For example, like we talked about the capital stack, where you have your senior debt, you have your mezzanine debt, you have your potential preferred equity, you now also have common equity. Those are three to four different hands in your pot. So you want to be able to refinance and get off as many investors as possible, so you have more control on the property, you have more control on your rents, you have more control on your return. And then guess what? You can now repeat that process. So you can either resell the property, or you can just repeat the process by doing that with the new property. So folks, I hope you guys were able to learn this process. This is extremely important stuff to know, especially for those of you who want to get into multifamily, who think you guys have the stomach for it, who believe you can get some wealth out of this. And again, you always have people like myself available to share our resources and time with you. So again, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a comment below, because that helps me out, okay? Leave a comment on this video. Make sure you let everybody that you know is interested in multifamily, share it with them. Let them learn some of this stuff. And again, don't forget to reach out to me if you have questions. I appreciate you guys. See you guys in the next video next week. Peace.